Alright, so I just watched Gigguk's new anime Baan, and wow, that was better than I expected. But before I give my thoughts on the anime, I wanted to talk about my expectations leading up to the anime being released. So automatically, this is really cool. It's really cool that Gigguk is able to do this. A creator in the AniTube space has made not only an anime, but an anime that's pretty good, but I'll get to that later. Before this anime even came out, my expectations were not, I'm not expecting this to be a 10 out of 10 anime, especially when I heard that it was only going to be one episode. So I came in thinking this will be at least a mid-level anime, but boy, I was surprised. And let me tell you, I'm not even the biggest Gigguk fan. I used to watch him back in the day, but I really haven't been watching him recently. So I'm gonna go into this review being not biased, not trying to glaze, but really genuinely giving my honest opinion. And if you were there for the premiere, it was only in English dub, so I watched it in English dub. The two main characters voiced by Alex Lee. Alex Lee has been professional in this business, so I'm not surprised that he did pretty well. But I'm really surprised by Sid Snap's voice acting. I really loved it. It made me fall in love with the female character. I would have preferred the Japanese version, but the voice acting for the English dub was pretty good, very solid, and Sid Snap blew my expectations away. But I think another huge highlight was the soundtrack. I mean, hiring Kevin Penkin was brilliant. I mean, Gigguk is so fortunate to first of all I guess not fortunate. He's worked hard to get to this point, and you can see his work pay off with this anime. But to have the connections to make this happen with Geeks Plus, with Kevin Penkin, it makes it possible to do something like this. Animation wise, Studio Daisy did a great job. It's nothing too mind-blowing, nothing too great or anything like that. There were a couple scenes that were like, ooh, wow, that looks nice. But then the rest of it was like, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. However, I do have to praise the color scheme in this whole anime. The colors just look so beautiful. All the colors look so bright and they really catch your attention. But I think the main reason you would come to watch this anime or come to like this anime is because of the message. The message of home and that being a place you can always come back to is really universal. And I love how they set it up with both of the characters, the male and female characters, starting their new journey, showing that this is a problem that transcends generations, and that everyone will have to experience leaving their home. And I think that's why many people can relate to this message, because almost everyone will leave their original home, but people always want a place to come back to feel comfort. And you can see the relatable emotions from these characters, especially from our female protagonist. She starts off really energetic, really excited, but problems come her way. And I mean, she does get better, she does get used to it, but what comforts her the most is knowing that she can go back home. Speaking of the characters, I thought the female protagonist was really well done. That's definitely the character that had the most development, that had the most emotion poured into it, in my opinion. I did like the male protagonist, but we just didn't get a lot of him. In the beginning we did, and I like how they revealed that he took care of, our gal. And I think a really nice detail about these two characters is that they're not related or don't have that typical standard relationship. It's making the word home broaden, and the definition isn't tied down by people like families or friends, but just somewhere you can be. But I think the main drawback as to any anime this length is just the amount of time. There's only so much you can do in a 20-minute anime. I would love to see, these characters grow more or learn more, but we just don't get that in a short film. Now, if we're being honest with ourselves here, it's awesome that Gigguk made this anime, and it's awesome that it turned out so well, but if we're not glazing and we're honest with ourselves here, this is a solid 7 out of 10. It's good, but everything but the message and the soundtrack, in my opinion, was pretty much surface level. It's not that it's bad, but it just did nothing groundbreaking or something that made me say, wow, this is just so much different than every other anime that I've watched. There was, however, a surprise aunt in there, oh, hello, I'm your aunt. I've been watching you from afar. I'm your aunt, by the way. I thought that was a bit silly. Actually, watching it back, I did see the aunt in this scene when he was younger, so actually good foreshadowing from Gigguk. That was nice. And honestly, you can probably chalk up all the negatives from this being only one episode. Because, gosh dang it, I want more. I feel like these characters have more to offer. And I feel like if Gigguk had more money, be more rich, buddy, alright? But if he had more money and maybe more resources, more time, this could be a very good, maybe 6-episode anime or 12-episode anime. But for what he did with 1 episode, this was really good. But if I were to rank like this anime in categories, soundtrack, 10 out of 10. Story, probably like a 6 out of 10. There wasn't really a story. The story like intertwined with the message. Characters, 6 out of 10. Animation, 7 out of 10. Maybe 8 out of 10. Maybe 8 out of 10 actually. Actually, yeah, keep a question mark on that. That might be 8 out of 10. I mean, people don't usually rank this category, but if you would rank the message of the anime, 10 out of 10. But yeah, for a first like production, first anime, Gigguk did really well on this. And I'm excited to see what projects or ideas he has in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Go support Gigguk, maybe support me. I know I'm not going to be making any animes in the future, so subscribe for that?